I'm going to try to do one video this week, so I'm probably going to have time to do. It's not going to be what I've been wanting to get back to, my ideas about Primus and Unicron and the 13. Actually, I think I might have already covered Primus and Unicron, but if not, let's go back and check it. But anyway, just kind of a reaction video to the news we had from LPS earlier this week from the article he read. I think it first came up on TWF, whatever, the Transformers website. I do have a letter ready and waiting to go, and I still do challenge everybody to write Hasbro, because obviously this guy is going to keep going and keep doing what he wants. And if it does turn out that Hasbro is trying to do write their own stories and they're not telling him, then that'll be good. But I'm still kind of iffy about the whole thing. And also, hey, Peter, in here, okay, say hi, but then don't get on the computer, okay? Say hi, yeah, say hi, say hi, say hi. Wow. Camera reaction is a little bit slow, sorry. just little picture. Little picture. He's my 15-year-old. No. He's my buddy. He's my good doggy. Yeah. Try sweetheart. So yeah, we just don't know what to expect from Hasbro right now, and especially from the movies. I know some folks have said that we do need the Bumblebee 2 movie. I just don't want that. If it were up to me, I would make the Bumblebee movie its own standalone movie. It would not have a prequel or a sequel at all. But I would borrow the Cybertron scene for the Optimus Prime movie, and instead of sending Bumblebee to Earth, he's going to send Bumblebee to a factory like in the first episode of Transformers Ever, More Than Meets the Eye, where Bumblebee and Jazz are either stealing or gathering like energon rods or whatever they were, so that they could have enough power to get off planet aboard the Ark. So he'd be doing something like that. He'd be sending Bumblebee to join Jazz, and then he'd get off that tower and get to the launch site where all the Autobots are going to gather, and then that's when they would take off. That's the way I would do it. And Rodimus Primal, on a video he had done previously, had mentioned that he would probably still tie in the 13 to the G1 continuity with they're created by the Quintessence, but then they'll kind of die and then they're kind of rebuilt. I have kind of some of my own kind of ideas about that, but I'm going to do that later. And then I wanted some of people's insight. I've read the first issue of the new comic. I know the next one comes out either today or next week. I think it's supposed to be continued in 2 weeks from the first issue. What are your thoughts? I'm not really sure that Hasbro is really doing what they say they're going to be doing and going G1. I mean, why is there so much emphasis on this character named Rubble? I don't want them to be forged again. There was a discussion on Rodimus Primal's channel from last year regarding female Autobots and what their roles should be. And I had posted a reply about what I think their role should be and how, they should have a more active role in the procreation with, their, husbands and wives types things. And how there should be, I think the general fandom term is sparkling, so I don't know what they call them in the, the canonverse. When Transformers Prime learned the living metal, I want to see them have the family idea. I mean, in some of the Japanese cartoons they did, there was a Decepticon, I don't know who it was, because I never saw the Japanese cartoons, but he was quoted as having a wife and children. So why can't we do that? Why are so many fans against that? And maybe they're not. Maybe it's just I don't know. But I think we need to move away from the idea that they're just robots, because they're clearly not just robots anymore. And I want Alita 1 to come back and have a better role. I mean, the comics treated her like garbage. And I don't want what they did in IDW with RC. I thought that was garbage. G1, she was born female. That's what she was. She's female. She's always going to be female. She had a relationship with Springer. We need to go back to that. But again, in the comics, going back to that before I get too sidetracked, they turned Orion Pax into a senator. Why? Does anybody know? Has there been any comments on that from the writers or from Hasbro? Because that's ridiculous. This isn't G1. In G1, Orion Pax was a dock worker. The one thing I will say that I do like about it is that, not Optimus, but because at this point he's not Optimus Prime, but Orion Pax does not look like he did in G1. I didn't like that. I thought that was kind of bleh. I like that they have a better aesthetics to Orion Pax, that he still looks like Optimus Prime. They kind of did that in the previous installments as well, which I kind of like. But I did not like how they turned him into almost a jerk, really. They just don't know how to write these characters, I don't think. But I want to know why they chose a senator. Is it like some kind of a shortcut? It's supposed to make the storytelling easier, to make the transition between Orion Pax and Optimus Prime easier? I don't know. But I don't think I like it. But I want to know what you think. And then lastly, I do have some personal issues, and I need some input and insight from anybody who might have some answers, because I have extremely poor income right now. I have virtually no money coming in. The money I do have just goes out to food and gas and bills, and I literally had nothing left over. And when I do, it's just, it's kind of, it still doesn't go into savings. They can't put anything in savings right now. But my little dog Oreo, I don't know if he got bit or what, for it's an infection, because he broke all his teeth trying to get out of the kennel a few weeks back, and I just don't have the money to get him into the vet. And I need to know if there's anybody who knows of a nonprofit organization, highly accredited, with good staff that are careful and cautious with pets, that will be able to help me treat my dogs for no charge, because I don't know if that kind of a place exists, but I don't want Oreo to end up getting sick. Because if this is an infection, I want to get it treated right away, because I don't know what it is, but it's got like a bump here, and it's almost kind of popped up rather suddenly, so I don't know what it is. He's eating, he's drinking, he's got good energy, so I don't know. I'm probably just freaking out over nothing, but I don't want to take any chances, and I just am frustrated. I just feel worthless sometimes with this kind of crap, and I just feel like I'm never gonna get anywhere. Like, I shouldn't even be here sometimes. I mean, sometimes, you have it's one of those things where one of those days and one of those moments in life where you just wonder, why the hell am I even here? Because I'm trying to finish school, and it's just like, is that even going to be a good thing? I'm trying to get a degree in illustration, and illustration is not even a secure career path. So it's just like, what am I going to be doing with my life? I mean, I'm trying to figure something out, trying to get something done to where I can feel like my life is worth something, and it's just not getting there. No matter what I do, it's always going to be going down and not up. So, but and Bridger, the little one that was up here earlier, he's 15. He had a little bit of a bladder stone. So far, nothing major with that. He's not having any issues. I mean, he's 15 years old. Good grief, he's still jumping up on the bed. He's active. He acts like he's still a young dog, and I want that to keep going for as long as I possibly can. But I just don't know what to do, because my credit sucks right now. I suck. Everything sucks. So it's just, trying to stay optimistic about things right now is really, really hard. But just so you know, this little guy is Oreo. This is Oreo. He got a bath last week and he's already dirty because he's been outside. You know, typical doggy, he wants to be outside. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Huh. These two guys are my babies, you know, and I want to be able to take care of them. I'm already gone to school and work most of the day, most of the week, and it's just hard for them and it's hard for me. And if I could have a job where I could take them with me, that would be so perfect. That just doesn't exist, especially in Utah. Utah really sucks for some things. So, but anyway, bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you, bless you. But yeah, send comments, suggestions, and if you're new to the channel, I know I'm not the most exciting person in the world to watch, but you know, I'm working on it. I'm hoping to eventually get better equipment, have better content. But with focusing on school right now and trying to get other situations taken care of, that's probably going to be on the wayside for a while. But subscribe, you know, leave a like, whatever you feel like you want to do or can do. I would appreciate it. And if anybody has any suggestions about the doggies, and thoughts on Transformers, because those kind of help keep me distracted a little bit right now. So, but yeah, just pop in and say hello.